Listen, I can yell loud enough. I'm a teacher, right? That was really Southern. Ooh, now it's on. That was really Southern, wasn't it? Well, welcome to our class pinning. We are so very, very excited that you have came to be with us. I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to welcome you, graduates. Yay. Can you say this? Yeah. And our students. I'm sure that every single one of you, family members, know what a wild ride it has been over the last year for them. But I wanted to give you a little bit of information related to pinning and why we actually do this. Back in the 1860s, Florence Nightingale, who is one of the top-notch nurses in all history, and if you haven't heard about her, I'm sure that your student or your individual that was in school can tell you. But back in the 1860s, she used to hold a ceremony for the students that she would teach. And she gave them a Medal of Excellence, showing their dedication to the nursing profession and to their education. And so I'm not going to hold this up very long, but I wanted you to kind of understand why we do pinning today. And that's insignificant of every single one of you graduates tonight, because we are very, very proud of you, and we want to give you just a very small token tonight, your LPN pin, that is a Medal of Excellence showing that you have succeeded at this last year. So I'm very proud of you. I didn't even tell you who I am, but I'm the person that sits over there in that chair. My name is Cindy Smith, and I'm the director of the nursing program. And we are going to allow Miss Dawn Fires, who is one of our faculty at this point, to come forward. And Dawn, you can come on up. I'm going to introduce the rest of the faculty, and then I'll let you introduce administration. Dawn Fires is one of our lead faculty for our senior nursing group. And Amber Blow, which is right here on the end, is her team teacher. For first semester, our lead faculty is Miss Judy Hillman. Judy, you want to stand up? And she teaches our first semester, and then her team teacher is Miss Amber Dale. We have two Ambers, Amber 1 and Amber 2. That's how we keep them separate. And so I want to say, as the director of the program would not be what it is without the phenomenal faculty that we have. Students, do you feel the same way? So give them a hand.
Thank you. We'd like to welcome our administration here this evening. We have Dr. Joseph Smith, Director of Allied Health. Joseph. Scott, I do that every time. Dr. Thomas Smith. He is the Dean of Math and Sciences. And we have Dr. Jason Goodner, the Vice Chancellor for Academics. And we also have Dr. Jennifer Medlin, and she is the Chancellor for ASU-Beebe. I'd like to give you a little background. Dr. Medlin began her career as an adjunct faculty member here at ASU-Beebe and has served in various capacities in higher education in Arkansas and Missouri over the last 28 years or so. She became ASU-Beebe's Chancellor on July 1st of 2018. I'd like to invite Dr. Jennifer Medlin to the podium.
Ms. Fires is being very kind. We were doing some math over here a few minutes ago, and now I am sort of rattled because it's 30 years. But I will stick with that 28 for a while. On behalf of the faculty, the staff, the administration, the Board of Visitors, and the Board of Trustees of Arkansas State University Beebe, I welcome each of you to this evening's ceremony. I am thrilled to be here with you. I tell you, pinnings, they are among my favorite things of the entire academic year. Students, we know how many challenges you meet in a program like our practical nursing program on an ordinary year. But this has been no ordinary year at all. And I am just extremely proud of each and every one of you. And this is sort of our second of the graduation season ceremonies. We kicked it off this afternoon at 3 o'clock. And these will be between now and Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock. These will be among the best moments that we have all year long. Students, you have faced some challenges this academic year. You have been successful. I am phenomenally proud of each of you, and I really look forward to see what you do out there, the positive impact you can have on our world. I want you to remember that you have been vanguard, you have led the way, and you will continue to do so as you care for your patients, as you pursue your career, as you make a positive impact on the communities that you serve. Families, we're so pleased to have you here with us tonight, and so let's get to what it is we came here to do. Welcome to ASU-Beebe. Thank you.
So in this part of the program, we go back and we kind of reflect over the past year and what all of you guys have been through. And so when they told me they were doing this, I was like, oh, this is the slideshow part. I don't have to talk. So it's going to be okay. And then we ended up not doing the slideshow part during this, which you guys will get later. I'm so used to teaching with it on. I didn't know I was allowed to take it off. I love all of my students so much, and I think they know that. This class is especially, I guess, special to me just for the fact that I started with you guys. And so along the way as I'm teaching you, you all taught me so many things. I know, I'm not very loud either. Remember when we first started, we had the karaoke machine and I had to like yell into it so you guys could hear me? That's kind of how I feel now too. But we all started in the beginning of a pandemic where there were so many unknowns. We didn't know if we'd get to go into the hospital. And so because of that, we ended up having to put together the clinical experience for them, trying to make up scenarios. And I'm telling you, if you weren't going into nursing, the majority of you, especially Connor, the majority of y'all would be going into probably acting because you did such an incredible job. You put together these scenarios, and then we had to kind of go through it to see what it was going to be like, to try to simulate it as much as possible along the way. We had a lot of unknowns, and the first group, you guys were the first ones to come back on campus after everything had been shut down. And there were a lot of things that we had to do along the way to protect each other, and you guys did an incredible job. And we couldn't have made it through if you guys hadn't followed the rules the way that you were supposed to, and you guys did an awesome job during this time. So when we went into the hospital, it's also scary because here it's full of COVID patients, and they didn't really know what they were getting into. But as nurses in the field of nursing, you can't really be scared of anything because you just really never know what you're going to come across. One of my favorite memories from this group, and y'all know I get a little emotional sometimes when I talk about things, was how y'all came together for one of your fellow students when they were going through a difficult time with their child. And y'all brought things for the child, you all helped this family in so many ways, and you all supported her. And I will never, ever forget that day and the look on that child's face, and then the way the mom just kind of broke down during that time of you guys coming together and supporting her through that. And that was such an awesome memory for me. And then when y'all came together and you supported Emily during her queening, or her getting the queen title of the Harvest Queen, that was pretty awesome too. And she won, and I think a lot of it was because you guys came and you backed her and you were there for her. And I love the way that y'all supported each other. With all of this, these students have been through so much in the past year. You guys as families know if anything's going to happen during your life, I feel like it's during this 1 year of nursing school when so many, you have illnesses, you have deaths in your family, so many different things happen during this time, but you guys have stuck together. And I want to say thank you to the families, to those who have supported them along the way, because I know this hasn't been the easiest year for the majority of you guys. And so I really appreciate all of you and what you've done to support your family member. Not only were there struggles and heartaches along the way, but there were many victories. And this is probably the most rewarding part of my job, is getting to see you guys do the very first time you start an IV, or the very first time you got to put down an NG tube and how excited you were about it. And it's like watching your kids for the very first time take their first steps. And I think that's so awesome, and it's so rewarding that we get to have a part in that. I asked the students if any of them had anything that they really wanted to share. over this past year, and I think some of y'all forgot to email me like I used to. But one student in particular, I just want to read hers really quick because this is about you guys and these are your memories. And what she said is, I know that when I think about class with you and all of the professors, I remember learning. I remember the lectures and the assignments and the tests. But most of all, I remember the moments that I went from completely lost on a subject to having the light bulb click on. I remember the moments I needed someone to teach me a subject over and over until I got it, the ones that I could teach someone else. I remember the laughs about the stories that you told. I remember you and the other professors as well as students bearing their souls and their lives for the sake of learning, as well as for the sake of our family and friendships we've created. I remember the times I was overwhelmed, and not only with school, but also with life, and I had one of the professors as a mentor and friend to talk to. I remember the first time we had live lectures and I was on Zoom. Ms. Smith asked me a question, and I cried. And I cried in front of 40 people because I didn't know it. It was the worst. And just like me, it was just like me to beat myself up over it. Clinicals has always been a mess, but we made it work. I remember being in a patient rooms with Ms. Blow on our very first day in clinic together, and she was teaching me about how to do a dressing change. She felt like she was taking over, and she said, "I'm sorry, I tend to take over when people are doing skills instead of instructing them." And I said, "That's okay." And I kind of said that she was a bad teacher, and I didn't mean it. I didn't even realize I'd insulted her. But I literally called her a bad teacher on accident. Miss Blow was my instructor, and literally everything seemed to go wrong one day when we were trying to get onto the computer. And I needed to give my patient their 11 o'clock meds, and it would not let me log in. I checked every computer on the floor, and none of them would work, and she thought it was hilarious. I finally got the last single computer to let me log in, and we gave the medicine on time. We waited in that hot room for like 30 more minutes because the doctor walked in, and we had to wait to give the patient their medicine. We kept looking at each other and laughing because we have the worst luck when it comes to computers and timing. Anyway, this has been the most challenging yet rewarding year of my life. I love all of you instructors and classmates, and I will miss you all very much. And I think probably a lot of you feel the same. We went through a lot together for sure. I love that today is Nurses Day. I don't know if y'all realize that, and that you're actually getting pinned on Nurses Day. So proud of each and every one of you, and you know that I feel like y'all are like my family. And I would be honored to work next to any of you, and I would be honored to have any of you care for me or for my family. I'm blessed to have been able to be a small part of this chapter of your life, and I'm very excited to see what the future holds for you.
Okay, we will now be reciting the Nurses' Pledge. So I will recite a line and then you follow after me. Before God and those assembled here, I solemnly pledge.
It's on the back.
It's on the back. It's on the back. You have to say it. Why don't the students stand up and then you recite it? There we go. I'll start over. Are you ready? Okay. Before God and those assembled here, I solemnly pledge to adhere to the code of ethics of the nursing profession, to cooperate faithfully with the other members of the nursing team, and to carry out faithfully and to the best of my ability the instructions of the physician or the nurse who may be assigned to supervise my work. I will not do anything evil or malicious, and I will not knowingly give any harmful drug or assist in malpractice. I will not reveal any confidential information that may come to my knowledge in the course of my work. And I pledge myself to do all in my power to raise the standards and the prestige of practical nursing. May my life be devoted to service and to the high ideals of the nursing profession.
At this time, we're going, you guys, if you will, you can have a seat for just a second. We're going to go ahead with the pinning portion of our ceremony. And what we would like for you to do when your name is called, if you will walk this way, not in front of where they're pinning, so family can get pictures if you want, or we're actually taking pictures. You will come over in front of the banner, and you will be pinned. You will go to the table, you will receive your stole, and then if you will walk around that way and go back to your seat, that would be great, okay? So faculty. I don't know if you have any music, Zach, but we didn't think about music. If you want to play the piano or something. Oh, all right. So our first graduate tonight is Miss Amber Brake. Come on, Amber. You can go right through there. Abigail Breedlove. Kaylee Brown. Kama Klontz. Rose Davis. You got me some music. We always do this with music, and so with everything arranged the way it was, we just gonna make do. Michael Galt. Sierra Green. Kaylee Guess. Kayla Hannah. Jordan Hegarty. Stephanie Amoko. Lauren Martin. Tony McDougall. Jody Morphew. Luke Oliver. Emily Osborne. Emma Pennell. Savannah Slade. Elizabeth Smith. Heather Stump. At this time, if all of our graduates would stand and face your family. I would like to present to you the graduating class, practical nursing class of spring 2021.
Y'all did it! Yay! Woo-hoo! For closing remarks, we've got to thank all of you, not just the students, but the family members, the friends who have supported them and supported their dream of becoming a nurse. And it's come true. You did it. It has been your constant support, along with the students' hard work, that have brought us to this shining moment today. To blend a few quotes, a caring touch, a gentle smile is full of meaning to a person who is sick. It is a simple gesture, a kind word of encouragement that makes a person feel like someone cares. They may not remember your name, but they will always remember the way you made them feel. That's it. Congratulations. Have a good evening.